Okay, so let's see how to access the YouTube videos, your private YouTube videos using Node.js. So to do that, we are going to use the OAuth flow. So basically, we will get the access token, and then using that access token, we'll hit the Google API. So first thing that you need to do is that you need to get that refresh token, access token, right? And for that, what you need to do is you need to use this Google APIs package, right? And over here, what I'm doing is I'm using this Oauth 2 function, which returns this Oauth to client, okay? And here I'm passing this client ID, client secret, and redirect URI. So basically, this client ID and client secret is necessary. Over here, we are passing this client ID and client secret, which is necessary to create this OAuth client. Now, how to get this client ID and client secret? You can go to the Google console, and inside a project, you can create OAuth 2 credentials, which will provide you client ID and client secret. Okay. So this is necessary. This is important step. So you will have to go to the Google website and then get this. I will not show you exactly how you can get it. You can search on the internet. Once you make this client, basically what we have to do next is that we need to get this auth URL. So basically in OAuth protocol, what happens is that we need to have the auth URL. Okay, we are going to hit that auth URL, which will ask for the user consent, and then it will return the refresh token and access token. So to generate that auth URL, what we are doing is that we are calling this generate auth URL method, and then we are passing access type as offline, and scope is this thing. So scope basically tells what information you want to access. So using this client ID and client secret, it is not linked to only YouTube. You can access any other Google service or Google APIs. Only thing is that you need to provide the proper scope. Okay, so here we want to access Google APIs. So I am passing this Google APIs. So here we want to access YouTube APIs, right? YouTube data. So you can see here, I'm trying to get the YouTube data, and it is a read only. What it means is that we can't upload, or we can't edit the videos. We can just get the information of the videos. It is a read only access. So scope tells exactly what resource you are trying to access and what permissions you have on that resource. So once that is done, next thing is that basically this particular call is gonna give you that URL. So just copy that URL and go to the browser. Once you try to access that URL in the browser, what happens is that it will ask you, it will take the user consent, right? When you hit that URL, it will ask you to log in using your Google account, and then it will list down all the YouTube channels you have got. And then it will say that this app is trying to access your YouTube data. Are you okay with that? If you say yes, what happens is that it is gonna send us access token and refresh token. But before that, if you say yes, what happens is that it is gonna return the auth code. Okay, and you have to pass that auth code over here, and then we are calling this get token method, which returns the tokens. Okay, and then here you can see we have got the access token and refresh token right here. Once we get access token, refresh token, everything is sorted. We can easily hit the YouTube API and get the data that we need. So in the second code, this file, I have written that code. So again, we are creating the auth client because we want to access that data, right? Using the access token. And the way to do that is here we are calling this refresh access token. So this method is basically gonna give us as the access token again, because access token that we received in the first file, we may not want to use it because it might get expired. So this is how I have structured the code, because I want to get that access token every time I run this code, so that I don't need to worry about expiry of the token. So basically what this code is doing over here is getting fresh access token based on the refresh token. So refresh token's expiry is it's very long, right? So that's why I'm trying to get the refresh token which I have stored in this environment file, and then every time I'm getting this using this refresh token and then getting fresh access token using this call. Once I get the access token, next call I'm making is list draft video. So here I am making the call to get my video. So here actual magic is happening. Again, we are setting these credentials on this client. We are saying that I have this access token, get me this YouTube data using this google.youtube call, and then it's the normal YouTube SDK where we are searching the videos, and then finally we are saying that get me only the draft videos. So this code can be customized based upon your preference, what information you want to extract.